Hello there, welcome to Chase Field, where the celebrations are underway. Pictures for the Instagram are being taken to our left, to our right, behind us, all around. I'm sure you're seeing a lot behind us. I'm Kellen Olson, joined by Alex Weiner, who covers the D-backs for us on ArizonaSports.com, and Luke Lipinski, who is co-host of the Wolf and Luke Show, not the Luke and Wolf Show.
It's late.
Yeah.
At least you got the names right. Who cares what order they're in?
I was really surprised I nailed that intro that much. Alex, let's talk about the baseball game that just occurred. It got nervy at the end, but a bullpen that's been so ever reliable the last 6 weeks got it done.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, the big headlines of this game are going to be the 4 home runs in that one inning. But what this pitching staff was able to accomplish, again, cannot be overstated. I mean, Brandon fought to go out there. You know, I guess it was some unsureness given after what he was able to do in Game 1 against the Brewers. They pulled him in the 3rd inning. He comes out and he's really sharp, especially after that first inning. A couple of hard hit balls, but then kind of found it. 4 1/3 scoreless innings, gets him to the bullpen. You mentioned a couple of moments late, especially in that 7th inning where the Dodgers had the go-ahead run at the plate, but they bring in Saul Frank. He gets out of the inning, and then just Kevin Ginkel and Felisa will lock it down. So just an incredible performance by the pitching staff. And big deal, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman did not have a hit in this game. They combined for 1 hit in this series, and that makes all the difference when you saw how well the Diamondback stars did on offense.
And the moment came, right, when the runner goes on. I believe it was Thompson who walked him, Ginkel. It was Ginkel who had the leadoff walk, and then Betts and Freeman are up. And Luke, you and I were talking about how I told you specifically, like, I'm a guy who believes in guys just being due, and it felt like those two were due, but the bullpen does it again. But this game, Luke, was defined by 6 minutes that happened and 4 homers. It was one of the most bizarre and electric things I've ever seen at a sports event before.
Yeah, we were talking in the up in the press box. You know, when you look at iconic Diamondbacks playoff moments, obviously Gonzo, like you said, is going to be number 1, and the Archie Bradley triple, because it was so odd and so unique, is probably going to be number 2. But those 6 minutes tonight were, you know, they culminate with Gabriel Moreno hitting a home run that wasn't quite a home run, and then on the very next pitch, hitting another home run to a different part of the stadium. That's absurd. To hit 4 home runs in 1 inning, they were all solo shots. They give us the stat that it's the first time in baseball history in the playoffs that a team has hit 4 home runs in 1 inning. And then you think, how many times have the Diamondbacks done something this year that it's like only the 1st or 2nd time in baseball history it's happened? It's weird. They're getting it done with pitching, bullpen, and home runs, which is not really what we thought they were going to get it done with in these playoffs.
And to that point, when we kind of look ahead to the NLCS, we don't know who the D-backs are going to play yet. It could be the Braves or the Phillies, but guys, like Luke just outlined it, they're playing complete baseball right now, Alex. They can take anyone if they're playing like this, right?
Yeah, defense pitching will win you games in the postseason, and a little bit of slug at the right time. In this game was a little bit extreme, but you know, a timely 3-run home run, a timely hit here. I mean, just to kind of get runs across in any way you can get them, and then if you're sound defensively and your bullpen pitches, I mean, all that stuff. It's really just doing the nitty-gritty to get you across the finish line, and so they're going up against potentially 2 really explosive offensive teams with good top ends of the rotation. It's going to be a very difficult challenge, but if they just continue to play sound baseball and give themselves a chance to break the game open with maybe not 4 home runs in 1 inning, but just, you know, 1 crack of the bat can get you there. You never know.
Luke, to put a bow on it, our one doubt about this team above all else, like I think everyone can go through regular season and hyper-focus on specific things, like the manager's decision-making was a big topic of discussion, but it was an experience, and they just swept the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are full of veterans, full of guys who have seen every single moment. These guys haven't seen any moments yet. These are their first moments, and they handle it like this. Are you as confident as us?
They look pretty experienced right now, and you know, the other part of this that maybe is getting lost in the shuffle right now is because they swept, they can kind of reset their pitching again for the next round, and that's where, you know, if you go into this series against the Dodgers, I think a lot of people did believe they could beat the Dodgers because you're probably going to have Gallen and Kelly pitch 4 of the 5 games. It only took 3 games, so now you can kind of reset that against whether it's Philadelphia or Atlanta in the next round. You got some days off here, so look, I mean, they haven't lost a game yet in the playoffs. I don't know why anybody would confidently pick against them at this point.
I sure won't. We'll be back here for Game 3 against the Braves or the Phillies. We don't know yet, but I'm just still kind of in shock, to be honest. I don't really know how to feel about
It's been kind of a crazy night.
What's going on. It's been kind of crazy.
Don't forget how to play baseball with the 5 days off that they're going to get.
Oh yeah, because that's the reason the Dodgers lost. There were several questions in the clubhouse being asked. Okay, I won't do the thing, everyone. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us here on the Arizona Sports social feeds. We'll be back for much more coverage of playoff baseball. It continues. The D-backs advancing to the NLCS for the first time since 2007. I remembered the key stat, Luke. I'm very proud of myself. Bye, everyone.